Hello students, welcome to Power Tutorials. So today we're going to cover part 4 of Maths Class 10 CBSE, that is NCERT textbook, and we're going to cover chapter 3 exercise 3.2, which is pair of linear equations in two variables. Okay, so in the previous parts, that is part 1, 2, 3, I have covered what is the agenda in part 1, what are the pair of linear equations, what is consistent, inconsistent and dependent we have covered, and we also covered how to find the ratio, using a1, a2, b1, b2, how to find the details we have covered. And we also covered how to do the graphical, from equations how to draw the graphs, and from graph how to find the solution we have covered. And then we also covered what are exercise 3.1 all the questions, and few I have kept as homework, so those homework questions I will cover once entire chapter is covered, and then we'll cover all the homework questions from chapter exercise 3.1, 3.1, 3.3, all the homework questions. Okay, so if you want to solve these questions, I am very happy if you solve it and keep your answers in the comment section. I'll definitely cross check, and if it is fine, I will just keep the explanation as proper. If not, I will say that I will make sure to find in the live video, there will explain the details of the homework questions as well. Okay, in the part 3 we have covered the substitution method questions, that is exercise 3.2 questions. Few of them we have covered starting from 1, 2, 3 and so on. So in the third question, which is like a case study type of questions, where we'll have a like theoretical scenario, and then we need to find some solution for the question. So till first question has been solved in part 3. So now in the part 4 we're going to start from question number 3, and inside that second question we're going to start. So if you're interested to get the solutions of previous parts, that is part 1, 2, 3, where we have covered example questions, exercise 3.1 and exercise 3.2, few questions I have covered. I'll give those links in the description, you can kindly check and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, let's start with today's questions. So this question keeping as homework, because this is easy one. The larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18 degrees, find them. So the hint I will provide you, the supplementary angles means sum of them should be equal to 180. Okay, x plus y should be equal to 180. This is one of the equation. Second equation, I think you can understand from the theory what is I have mentioned here, and based on it, using substitution method, get the answer. Okay, I'm moving to the third question. The coach of a cricket team buys 7 bats and 6 balls for 3,800. Later she buys 3 bats and 5 balls for 1,750. Find the cost of each bat and each ball. So what we will do is, first we will assume, let cost of each bat and ball are x and y respectively. Make sure you are writing the statement as well. Okay, this also carries at least half marks if this question is for 4 marks or so. Okay, so now what is the first condition? 7 bats means 7 into x plus 6 balls 6y is equal to 3,800, and 3 bats, which is 3x, 5 balls 5y is equal to 1,750. So we have both two equations. This is 1, this is 2. So with respect to numbers, I can say second is smaller, so I'll use second equation. I'll write x in terms of y here and substitute in the first equation. So I can say from here, x value is equal to 1,750 minus 5y by 3. Substitute here this value in the first equation. So this becomes 7 into 1,750 minus 5y by 3 plus 6y is equal to 3,800. Okay, if we take LCM, this becomes 7 into 1,750 minus 35y plus 6 3s are 18 is equal to, I'm moving the 3 to the right side directly, which is 3 into 3,800. Okay, so let's multiply this. 7 0 0, 7 5 35, 3, 7 7 49, 52, 5, 7 1 7 plus 5, it is 12. So 35 18, it becomes 17y is equal to 3 into 3, 3 3 0 0, 3 0 0, 3 8 24, 2, 3 3 9, 10 11. So if I move this number to the other one side and 17 to the other side, this becomes 1 2 2 5 0 minus 1 1 4 0 0 is equal to 17y. So if I do subtraction, 12250 11400. So this is 058, sorry, this is 1280. So it is 850 is equal to 17y. So I can say y value is equal to 850 by 17. 1750 so it is y value is 50. So I got y value. What is y value? Y is bat or ball. Let's see. Y we have assumed as ball. So y value is, how much you got? Y value is 50. Therefore ball cost is 50 and bat cost is, let's find using the x equation, which is 1750 minus 5y by 3. 1750 minus 5 into 50 by 3. 1750 minus 250 by 3. 1500 by 3, which is 500. So bat cost is 500 rupees. Make sure to raise the symbol. 500 rupees and this is 50 rupees. Okay, let's move to the next question, fourth one. The taxi charges in a city consists of a fixed charge together with the charge of a distance covered. For the distance 10 kilometers, the charge paid is 105, and for a distance of 15 kilometers, charge paid is 155. What are the fixed charges and the charge per kilometer? How much does a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 25 kilometers? So this is bit lengthy because they want to get the fixed charge and the variable charge, and also they are asking another question as well. For this much distance, how much they are charging? Okay, so I think everyone might have traveling using Ola, Uber, Rapido kind of apps. So every app will have two charges. One is fixed and another is variable. So irrespective of the distance you're traveling, there will be always a fixed charge, and based upon the distance travel also the charge will vary. So same way here, the same type of question. So what they are saying together here is a taxi charges in a city consists of a fixed charge and the charge for the distance travel. So we have two charges, fixed and variable. So what I will write is, let us assume fixed charge is x and variable is y. So variable is the one which is per kilometer. So for the first equation, distance of 10 kilometers, the charge is 105. So okay, so fixed plus variable, how much? 10 into 10. Y into 10 is equal to how much they are paying? 105. Hope you understood the statement. Fixed charge, it doesn't depend upon how much distance it is traveling, but the variable is the one which is depending upon the distance travel. So y into the distance travel is equal to 105 is the first one. Second equation, for journey of 15 kilometers. So again, fixed is common, it will not change. Y into now the distance 15 is equal to how much they are paying? 155. So this is second equation. So using these two, we need to get the x and y values, and then not only till here, we have one more question as well. How much the person has to pay for the distance of 25? So after this, we also need to find x plus 25 into y. What is the value? Okay, so after getting x and y values from these two equations. So from these two, I can say first is bit smaller. So I will use first equation and I will get the x value, which is 105 minus 10y. So I'll write this here in the second equation. So x value, as I told, 105 minus 10y plus 15y is equal to how much? 155. Okay, so 105 plus 5y is equal to 155. So 5y is equal to 155 minus 105. So 5y is equal to 50. Y value is equal to 10. So we got the variable charge, which is 10. Now what is x value? 105 minus 10y. 105 minus 10 into y, which is 10. So the fixed charge is very small value, which is 5 rupees. Okay, so fixed is 5, variable is 10. So now we'll find the other question what they are asked. X plus 25 we need to find. I'll do it here itself, the second part. X plus 25 is the question because they're asking what is the cost for 25 kilometers. So it will be 5 plus 25 into 10. So it is 250 plus 5, which is 255 rupees. Okay, this is the second answer and this is the first answer. So fixed is 5, variable is 10. Okay, let's move to the next question. So this is a homework question, the fifth one. Why? Because here also I will give you a hint. Fraction becomes 9 by 11 if 2 is added to both the numerator and denominator. So hope everyone knows what is a fraction. Fraction means x by y. Okay, x is the numerator, y is the denominator. Fraction becomes 9 by 11 if 2 is added to both numerator and denominator. So you have to guess what you have to do here. Numerator and denominator both are getting added by 2, then it becomes this one. If 3 is added to both numerator and if x plus 3, y plus 3, then it becomes 5 by 6. You have to get the fraction. So based on you have to just cross multiply, get both the equations and then try it using the substitution method. Okay. Anyway, as I told you, after completing 3.3 exercise, I am going to give a single session where I cover all the homework questions. Most I'll try to have it as a live session. So kindly subscribe and enable notification that you will get notification for the live session. Okay. Now let's go to the last question for exercise 3.2. Okay, this is the age question. So age question, always see how they are saying. So three things we need to check: past, future and present. So either any two of three they will give in the question. So based on you have to just mention it and use those equations and get the values. Okay. 5 year hence means past. Sorry, hence means future. 5 years hence means from now. 5 year hence means future. The age of Jacob is 3 times that of son. So we have two persons, one is Jacob and other is son. 5 years ago, past. Jacob's age is 7 times that of son. What is the present age? So here we have two conditions which are past and future. So based on 2:2 scenarios, we need to get it. So there can be cases where they'll give present condition and past condition. They can also give present condition, future condition. So they are also just write in this way: past, future, or present, future, or past, present. So based on you need to just write it and get the values. Okay. So first of all, what I will say is, okay, I have missed one point. I will do one thing and just assume. Let us assume Jacob's current age as x years and his son's age y years. Okay, now let's start it. Past and future. So what is past? 5 years hence. Okay, this is future. Now 5 years hence, Jacob's age will what it will become? It will become x plus 5. His son's age also will become y plus 5 because current age for suppose it is 25. What will be 5 years later? It becomes 25 plus 5. Same way here also. So Jacob's, we don't know what is current age, but after 5 years his age will become x plus 5. Same way after 5 years his son's age will also become y plus 5. Now what is the second one? 5 years ago. So past tense. So if current age is 25, the past will become how much? 25 minus 5. Same way here also. If you consider present as x, then past Jacob's age will be x minus 5 and his son's age will be y minus 5. Now see the condition. Jacob's age is 3 times that of son. So x plus 5 is 3 times that of son. Okay, this is first one. What is second condition? 5 years ago Jacob's age is 7 times that of son. So x minus 5 is 7 times that of son. So till here if you are able to write, then I am sure from here you will do the question properly. But if you do any mistake at this part, entire question will go wrong. Okay, so this part, make sure to take at least 1 to 2 minutes of your time, it's okay. But do it very properly such that there is no plus minus mistake or even x and y mistake. So this is number 2. Now we're going to just make it simpler, these two equations. So first equation I will write, which is x plus 5 is equal to 3 into y plus 5. So it is 3y plus 15. 3y plus 15. So if I write everything to the one side, it becomes x minus 3y. Let's keep numbers to the right side, becomes 15 minus 5, which is 10. So this I can say as a 3. What about fourth one? X minus 5 is equal to 7y minus x minus y is equal to 7y minus 7 into 5, which is 35. So if I write x and y in one side, it becomes x minus 7y is equal to minus 5 will go to plus 5 plus minus 35 plus 5. So it becomes minus 30. If you have a doubt, you can also write those equations properly and check again. Okay, now we have two equations. So again, this is simpler. So I will use this equation to get the x value, which is x is equal to 10 plus 3y. Now we'll substitute in this fourth equation. So x plus 3y minus 7y is equal to minus 30. So finally I'll move 10 to the other side. 7y minus 3y is minus 4y is equal to minus 30 minus 10. So minus 4y is equal to minus 40. So y value is 10. So I got age of his son as 10 years. Current age. The current age of Jacob will be x is equal to 10 plus 3 into y, which is 10 into 3 into 10. 10 plus 30, which is 40 years. So the final statement, therefore Jacob's current age is 40 years and his son's age is 10 years. You can also cross check these values by minus 5, which is 35. 5. 35 is 7 times of 5, correct? Plus 5, it becomes 45, 15. 45 is 3 times of 15. So both the conditions are satisfying. So make sure while you're solving these types of questions, just cross check. If any calculation mistake is there, you can just cut it out and do it again. If not, then you'll lose marks. So make sure to always cross check, because there can be minute errors, even in plus, minus, or even small human errors can happen. So make sure to cross check. If it is fine, then okay, because even though if you know it and even though if you do a small calculation mistake, you can lose marks. Okay, in this way exercise 3.2 all questions are done. Okay, we have completed faster. It's been only 17 minutes now. So what I will do is I will just give an introduction about the other method, which is elimination method. And we'll solve one or two of exercise 3.3 questions as well. Okay, so what is elimination method? So elimination method is the second algebraic method which are going to using which we can solve the pair of linear equations of two variables faster to get the exact solution, and this is for the consistent and intersecting lines. So okay, so what is elimination method means? Using any algebraic method like plus or minus, using any of these two, we have to do calculations for these two lines and get in single form. For example, I will say, if I say I have one equation which is x plus 2y is equal to 5, 4 for suppose, and we have another equation where I can say x minus 2y is equal to 6. So how to eliminate one of the variable means, so if you notice here, this plus sign and here it is minus, but if I add these two, then both will get cancelled out. So what I will do is I will do addition. If I am doing addition, there is no need to change the sign. Simple, it will be x plus x is 2x, these two will get cancelled out, is equal to 10. X value will be 5. So if you know one variable, you can use any of this equation to get the other value. So it will be 5 plus 2y is equal to 4. So 2y is equal to 4 minus 1, which is minus 1. Y value will become minus 1 by 2. Okay, this is one of the, I can say, with respect to substitution or elimination, I always say elimination is much better when compared to substitution, because the calculation will be bit lesser when compared to substitution method. Okay, so I will give, let's solve the example questions. I have example 8 in the textbook. We will solve that question using elimination method. So what is the question? The ratios of income of two persons are 9:11. The ratios of their expenditure is 4:3. If one of them manages to save 2000 per month, find their monthly incomes. Okay, this is interesting question because we have income, expenditure and saving. So first I will explain what are these three. So what is income? Income is the salary of which he is getting. This is expenditure, how much he is spending, and this is nothing but saving. So simply income is equal to expenditure plus savings. Okay, so total income should be equal to his expenditure and his savings. So let's see the conditions. The ratio of incomes of two persons are 9:11. Sorry, 9:7. So if I consider that okay, we have two variables. Fine. So first equation, let's consider person 1. We have total two persons. So the first condition is ratio of incomes of two persons is 9:7. So I will write income ratio is 9:7 for both the persons. The second, what is the second condition? The ratio of their expenditures is 4:3. Expenditure four by 3. What is the other condition? If one of them manages to save 2000 per month, find their monthly incomes. So one saving they have provided, which is 2000 per month. Okay. So what I will do is, I'll consider income ratio first is 9 is okay, both is 9:7, expenditure is 4:3. One they have mentioned saving as 2000 per month. Okay, what they are asking? Find their monthly incomes. Okay, so I'll say let their monthly incomes are X and Y. Okay, so I can say so X by Y ratio is equal to they have provided, which is 9/7. We have this condition, so I can say the first equation 7x is equal to 9y. Just keep it as 1. Okay, here they have provided expenditure ratio. Okay, and we don't have the other condition. We have only savings, which is 2000 per month. So expenditure means what I have told you. Expenditure is nothing but income minus savings. So for first equation we know that let's assume that savings of first person is 2000. Okay, then what it will become? His income minus his expenditure, first person expenditure, is equal to savings. So income, I am assuming it as X. This we don't know. This we know, which is savings, how much they have provided in the question, which is 2000. Okay, so for this we have to use the other condition ratio, which is expenditure ratio, how much they provided, 9:7. So expenditure of first person by expenditure of second person is equal to 9/7. So this expenditure of first person, I will write it as X minus 200 by Y minus his savings, we don't know. I'll keep it as, suppose, another variable as S, is equal to 9/7. Okay, Both the savings we need to know. Why only one person? The ratio of incomes of 2% 9:7. The ratio of expenditures is 4:3. If one, okay, each of them manages. So I'm sorry here. It is not either of them. It is each of them they have provided. So each of them is here also. It is y minus 200. Y minus 200 is equal to 9/7. So this is not required here. So this is the second condition. If I take the ratio, I'll write it here. So this becomes 7x minus 1400 is equal to 9y minus 1800. Now let's keep it all variables on one side. It becomes 7x minus 9y is equal to minus 1400. So this is equation 2. So what is the first equation? We already have 7x is equal to 9y. So simply I will say x is equal to, okay, we're doing elimination method, not substitution. Okay, I'll write the equation as 7x minus 9y is equal to 0 is one equation. We have the second equation as it is the ratios. Did I wrote it wrong? Okay, expenditure ratio is 4/3. Let me correct it. I'm sorry, let me just rewrite the whole page. See the small mistake. What I have done, I have taken the ratio as both the values are same, but expenditure ratio is not same. It is different value. So I'll just rewrite this step again. Expenditure value is x minus 200 by y minus 200 is equal to 4/3. So if I take cross multiplication, it becomes 3x minus 600 is equal to 4y minus 800. So if I write it one side, it becomes 3x minus 4y is equal to 600 minus 800 becomes minus 200. Now this is second equation. First equation, what do I have? 7x minus 9y is equal to 0. So if you notice here, both the coefficients are different. This is different and y's are also different. So what I will do is, I will multiply this equation with 7 and this equation with 3. Then I can get both the coefficients as same. Now after multiplying, what will this equation becomes? 7 3 is a 21 minus 7 4 is a 28y is equal to minus 1400. Same if multiply this equation with 3, this becomes 21x minus 27y is equal to 0. Now if I do subtraction, so while doing subtraction, make sure the second equation which you are having, just change the signs. So this becomes minus, this becomes plus. So these two gets cancelled out. Minus 28 plus 27 minus y is equal to minus 1400. So y value is 1400. So I got the income of second person, which is 1400. So I'll say here income of second person is 1400. What about first person? We need to find using the equation. 7x equal to 9 value is it? 7x is equal to 9 into y I got, which is 1400. So 7 1s 7 200s. So the income of first person is equal to 9 2s are 18, which is 1800 rupees. Okay, you can also cross check the details by simply finding expenditure of person 1 will becomes income 1400 minus 200, which is 1200. Income of person 2 will be, sorry, expenditure of person 2 will be 1800 minus 200, which is 1600. So if I take LCM, I'll get 12 by 16. Second is 1400. So this is 2, this is 1. So it is 16 by 12. So 4 4 is 4 3 is 4/3. It is correct. So what is the other ratio they have provided? Incomes ratio is 9/7. 18 by 14 is 9/7 because 2 9s are 18 and 2 7s are 14. So hence the answers are correct, which is 1400 and 1800. Okay, so I'm stopping here this video. So we have covered one of the example of elimination method. In the next video I'm going to explain you the other examples, and we are going to solve the 3.3 exercise questions. Okay, so I'll just mention the same. Next video, that is part 5, we're going to cover few more examples and exercise 3.3 questions. Okay, so make sure to subscribe and enable notification so that you'll get notification for the next part. And as I mentioned in the previous parts, I'll keep it in the description. And I also have covered chapter 1 and chapter 2, all the questions along with each and every examples as well. So those links I'll also keep in description, and also covered science chapter 1, which is chemical reactions and equations. Okay, after completing the maths, I'll try to start the science, and I'll start the physics starting, that is light refraction and reflection. I'll be starting mostly within a week. Okay, so thanks for watching.